Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another full body workout. Hopefully the DEXA scan goes later uh, because the scale is going up a little bit on me. Even though I've been training fasted now, I actually cut my calories back. I had my calories under 3,000 every day this weekend. It seems like I picked up a pound this morning, which is kind of a surprise. So we'll see what happens on the DEXA scan. I'm not that worried because if I'm picking up water weight this week, it's just going to show as lean tissue, so it's not really a big deal. Mainly we're worried about, have I retained muscle decently well, and have I lost an appreciable amount of body fat? So even being up today, I'm still down something like 15 pounds since the last DEXA scan, and but I've been something like 5 or 6 pounds lighter than this a few weeks ago. So it is what it is. I'm not that worried about it though. Strength is up today though, so I'm not going to complain about picking up a little water weight if I'm getting a little bit stronger. So the front squats, I went ahead and obviously bumped the weight a little bit. Did 3 sets of 5. Now, I'm going to admit they were challenging, and I do feel my lower back being worked here, but it's not painful. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign that I'm rehabbing this effectively. I don't feel any sharp pains. I don't feel anything that hurts in that regard in my lower back. Is my lower back getting a little bit of a pump? Yes. Do I feel a little bit of soreness, like just almost like DOMS? For about 15 minutes after I've finished front squatting, yeah. But it seems to be completely gone now. And I'm sitting comfortably in my chair doing my voiceover, so that's a good sign. And I think me doing these front squats is really going to be a good thing to do for the remainder of this cutting. I feel like they're a good exercise. They will have great carryover to the high bar squat. And I think for me, having been through all this, I'm probably just going to stick with high bar squats for a while. Yeah, I know I could probably squat more with a low bar, but unless I'm going to try to break records or something later on, like in my class and in the masters, unless I'm going to try to break an American record or something, trying to get 10 more pounds or 15 or whatever I'm going to get out of a low bar, I don't know if it's going to be worth it to me, because I think the high bar works just fine for general buildup. Hell, we could argue that in some cases the front squat can work fine for general buildup. Arguably you really need good posterior chain work to go with that. So I'm going to have to start incorporating the deadlifts again a lot more. And as you guys see that bar on the floor, I started doing real light deadlifts again this weekend. So I'm just leaving a light bar loaded up. I'm going to just keep working my hook grip, work the deadlifts a little bit. On my off days, almost as just GBP work. Or, just light work. I'm not going to go heavy for now. I just need to start getting the technique re-ingrained, toughen my thumbs back up to the hook grip. And since I'm already doing light overhead press on my off days, when I say light, guys, I mean like 135 or something, like a couple sets of 8, 2 or 3 sets of 8 is what I'm doing on my non-training days. And it's working just fine. In fact, my overhead press is going up. My press strength is coming back. In spite of the fact that I'm training fasted, in spite of the fact that I'm on less than 3,000 calories a day, which it should be weight loss for me. Hopefully, though, as I'm doing more leg work now, I think the scale will start dropping again probably next week. It may not drop this week, even for the DEXA, so I might end up being like 215 on the DEXA. I'm really hoping I won't be, but I've got to live with it if I am, and that's fine. That's still more than a pound loss per week, which is totally acceptable. And assuming it's almost all body fat, that'll be perfectly fine. We're on a good schedule there, because we do want to be under 200 before the summer this coming year. I don't even know. I'll see how this DEXA goes, and we can assess from there, right? I need to see how my body composition has changed with the change in training now before I can really make plans. So I don't want to start setting numbers and making plans, right? Let's not do that. That wouldn't be a good idea till we know where we're at. Let's see how things have gone during this last 3-month block. But increase on the front squat. So we're up to working with almost a decent weight. And to be honest, it was pretty challenging. That third set was fairly tough because I don't really do a lot of 5s and stuff for legs. And so that was actually challenging. It was actually challenging. I felt it in my quads. I actually felt it in my quads. In fact, after doing the 3x8 Friday, I had some DOMs in my quads when I woke up Saturday morning. So it's like, okay, that's different. But again, novel training response, so we should expect a little bit of soreness. That happens with a novel training response. But strength is coming up there on that. And I mean, I think ideally, what we need to get to is get up to 315 for those work sets on the front squat. And I think that'll be respectable. If I could get to 3x5 for 315 and then build from there, I think that will be a good starting point. particularly as I drop down under 200 pounds. I don't think 315 for 3x5 is bad at all. I'd like to get higher than that. I mean, I'd like to get my front squat up to 405, right? Because the most I hit was 365 earlier this year when I was doing it at the other gym. I was rotating. I was doing Bulgarian alternating with back squats and front squats for a little while at 24 Hour Fitness before I built the home gym. And I have nailed a 365 front squat a couple times. So I don't know. I think 405 is a good goal to reach for on the front squat. I think that's a real respectable lift. And I know that for me, historically, usually when I can front squat 405, I can back squat 500 with a high bar, right? I know I can back squat 500. So that's usually for me the correct ratios. When I hit 405 on a front squat, I can do 500 on a back squat. And if I can do 405 for 5 on a front squat, that's when I broke 600 before on the back squat. Many lifetimes ago. I don't know if I'll be seeing that ever again. I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to bulk up that heavy. I just don't, guys. I want to stay under 200 pounds. You're talking 200, sub 200 pound guys in their 40s squatting 600 is virtually unheard of, even in the drug world. So, it just is what it is. How about I just do the best that I can? Do the best that we can. But pull-ups, I got a rep PR. My last set of pull-ups here, I lost track and I couldn't remember if that was my 5th rep. It was getting hard, but I'm like, okay, I know I got another rep in the tank. Was that my 4th or my 5th? And it was my 5th. So I ended up doing a 6. So my 3x5 turned into 2 sets of 5 and then a 6. While the scale was up slightly. So it's not like the weight loss is causing it, because I was doing 3x5 with this 5 pounds lighter body weight. So that's good. Means my upper body's getting stronger. And it's probably growing. That's a good thing. And then the press, when we got to the press, it went pretty well. I decided today, I'm like, since I'm doing all this work on the off days, and I think I did 5 sets of lighter presses this weekend in between my sessions. I'm like, I don't necessarily need to do the AMRAP at the end as a 4th set. There are going to be days where I do kind of like I do with the pull-ups there. I'm like, you know what? I ended up getting an extra rep on the pull-ups. Let me just do my 3x5 and do the 3rd set as an AMRAP, right? Let's see if I can squeeze out a little more. Because I bumped it at 2.5 pounds again. I micro-loaded it because I know that last week, that last bump up, it was actually light. Like I'm really sandbagging it. So I went ahead and bumped up another 2.5 to do my 3x5. And I ended up getting 7 reps on the final set, which tells me we're coming along nice on the press. Coming along real nice on the press. So specializing in it's going to help me a lot. It's going to help me a whole lot. But yeah, this here, I ended up getting a 6th rep. Arguably, let me see that last one. It might have been a hair short on that final rep. But we got it from a dead hang, so I'll take it. That part of the top actually isn't as important as the part at the bottom, in my opinion. Again, depending on what muscles you're trying to work, right? It's really that top is really what gets the mid traps and all that stuff. But as far as biceps and lats and upper chest and triceps, it's that stretch at the bottom is the most important. It's my opinion. But like I said, the press went good. This felt nice and light. So I'm like, let me just do 3 sets and do an AMRAP on the last one, because this first set was really easy. I knew I left reps in the tank, right? I'm like, there's reps still in the tank. This is fine. And this was fasted. So, I mean, there's something to be said for if you're only doing moderate volume and you're not coming in doing 12 sets of squats, fasted training might not be that bad. Especially cutting anyways. I'm already in a caloric deficit. You're already going to have some performance stalls, so you just live with it. So, these first 2 sets weren't bad. I left reps in the tank. So I'm like, let me just go hard on this final set. So I chilled, got a deep breath, got relaxed, got in my Zen state, listened to a little bit of music before the last one, and bam, I nailed 7 reps. The last one was not easy. It felt a little slow. I haven't looked at the footage yet, so I don't know how slow it's going to be. I do feel like the 7th rep was a little grindy, but that tells me that that's pretty much failure. So pretty good for the final one. So, I figure by next week we might need to bump this weight up again, right? We might need to bump this weight. And I think all this volume work I'm doing on the off days is really carrying over well. So the press specialization is going fantastic. Might as well keep it up because it's a great lift anyway. It's one of my favorite lifts. So we'll keep it going. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.